Imagine a universe where distance has no meaning. A place where a message sent from Earth reaches the edge of the cosmos instantly, where waiting does not exist, and where cause and effect lose their order. It sounds powerful. It sounds like freedom. But the universe does not allow this. No object, no signal, no information can travel faster than light. Not because our technology is weak, and not because our engines are limited, but because reality itself refuses to allow it. Since the beginning of civilization, humans have been obsessed with speed. We learned to run faster to survive. We used animals to travel farther. We invented wheels, ships, engines, and eventually rockets. Every generation believed that the next invention would remove all limits. Speed became a symbol of progress, power, and intelligence. It felt natural to assume that there was no final limit, that with enough energy and advanced technology, we could go as fast as we wanted. For a long time, this belief worked. Classical physics suggested that speeds could simply add up. If you ran on a moving platform, your speed increased. If you used a stronger engine, you went faster. There was no obvious reason to think the universe had a maximum speed. Then scientists began studying light more closely, and everything started to fall apart. Light behaved in a way that made no sense. If you chase a car, it appears slower. If you chase a plane, it appears slower. But if you chase light, no matter how fast you move, it still moves away from you at the same speed. Experiments showed that all observers measure light traveling at exactly the same speed, regardless of their own motion. This result was repeated again and again, and every time it gave the same answer. In the 19th century, scientists tried to explain this by assuming light traveled through an invisible medium called the ether. Earth was supposed to move through this substance as it orbited the sun. If this were true, the speed of light should change depending on Earth's direction of motion. Two scientists, Michelson and Morley, designed a precise experiment to detect this effect. They found nothing. Light behaved exactly the same in all directions, no matter how Earth moved. The failure of this experiment was devastating for classical physics. There was no ether. There was no preferred frame of rest. Motion itself seemed relative. The universe did not care how fast you were moving. This mystery remained unresolved until a young physicist named Albert Einstein took it seriously instead of trying to fix it. Einstein accepted the experimental results exactly as they were. In 1905, he proposed a radical idea. The speed of light is constant for all observers, everywhere in the universe. This single statement changed everything. If light speed never changes, then something else must. Space and time themselves had to adjust. According to Einstein's theory of special relativity, time is not absolute. It does not flow at the same rate for everyone. The faster you move through space, the slower you move through time. This idea sounds strange, but it has been proven experimentally. Atomic clocks placed on fast-moving airplanes tick more slowly than identical clocks on the ground. Satellites in orbit experience time differently than devices on Earth, and GPS systems must constantly correct for this effect to remain accurate. As speed increases, time slows down. At everyday speeds, the effect is tiny and unnoticeable. But as you approach the speed of light, the effect becomes extreme. Time slows dramatically. To an outside observer, a fast-moving clock appears to almost stop. At the speed of light itself, time does not pass at all. Speed also affects space. Objects moving at very high speeds appear shorter in the direction of motion. This is called length contraction. Again, this is not an illusion. It is a real physical effect that comes directly from the structure of space-time. Space and time are not separate things. They are parts of a single fabric called space-time, and motion changes how this fabric behaves. As an object accelerates, another problem appears. The faster it goes, the harder it becomes to accelerate further. This resistance is not caused by friction or air. It comes from space-time itself. As speed increases, the object's effective mass increases, not because it gains matter, but because space-time resists further acceleration more strongly. Near the speed of light, this resistance becomes enormous. To increase speed by even a tiny amount requires an enormous increase in energy. As the speed approaches light speed, the required energy approaches infinity. Infinite energy does not exist. The universe does not allow infinite quantities. This is the true reason why objects with mass can never reach the speed of light. Light does not have this problem because light has no rest mass. It does not need to accelerate to reach light speed. It is born moving at that speed. Everything else must fight space-time to move faster. and space-time always wins. This limit does not apply only to objects. Information is also bound by the speed of light. Signals, radio waves, and even gravitational waves all travel at light speed. No usable information can be transmitted faster. This rule protects causality, the fundamental order of events in the universe. Causes must come before effects. Without this rule, reality would become inconsistent. If faster-than-light travel were possible, strange things would happen. Messages could arrive before they were sent. Effects could occur before their causes. Time paradoxes would appear. The universe would contradict itself. The speed of light prevents this. It keeps the timeline of reality stable and meaningful. Science fiction often imagines ways around this limit, such as warp drives or wormholes. These ideas do not actually involve moving faster than light through space. Instead, they manipulate space-time itself by shrinking distances or expanding space behind an object. Even then, they require exotic conditions like negative energy and forms of matter that have never been observed. As of today, no experiment has shown that faster-than-light travel is physically achievable. The speed of light is not a punishment imposed on the universe. It is a structural rule. It allows atoms to exist, stars to shine, and time to flow in an orderly way. Without this limit, the universe would not be stable enough to support complexity or life. We often ask how to break limits, but limits create structure. Structure creates complexity. Complexity allows life and consciousness to exist. The speed of light is not a cage. It is the framework that makes reality possible. We may never outrun light, and we do not need to. Understanding the universe is more powerful than conquering it. Every rule we discover reveals how precise and balanced existence truly is. The universe is not slow, it is exact. And curiosity, not speed, is what truly moves humanity forward. You've been watching on Infinite Cosmos.